took me like forever to get through to you, misty blue. In any kind of weather, I thought of you, misty blue. It's hard to know, but no one comes close. Undiscovered landscape filled with hope. You are golden territory, let it show. On the corner of Baker Street, I met you that first time. Kept you in my mind since then. Hey, you know it. Oh, nothing compares to us. It's like a constant rush, an undiscovered landscape filled with hope. You are territory, let it show. Now you run beside me, heart wide open. And I can focus on nothing but you. What a feeling. Territory. summer night, a shot of love and a spark of laughter breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like a dried out leaf. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this run for life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat. We're leaving on the next train, babe, so take your seat. All right. Come on, let's ride this train. Yeah, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Let's ride this train now.
Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, rainy like crazy Wednesday evening, July 9th, 2025. How's everybody doing tonight? I got soaked a little while ago, went outside, and we got a roof that goes over here and the roof goes over there, and there's a little gap in between it, and right in between it, it was coming down so hard, it was coming right in between the two of them. So ain't gonna do that no more. All right, so we got a train show coming up this weekend. We'll be going to D-Land. Can't wait. Been waiting for this for a long time. It's been almost a month since the last train show that I went to, but we'll talk about that in a little while. And we got some stuff, got a little bit more progress since the last time. Well, if you were here on Monday on Rumble, you've seen what I did, but I'll show a little bit of it here later on, what I did on Monday. And then earlier this afternoon, I put a couple of rafters up on the top and put some supports up on the very top. So almost ready to paint it. As soon as I get all those rafters in, and I got to put two more braces in underneath, under the joists. There's a center post that goes down to the bottom and holds up the joist along the center, and I got to put two braces in on that. And the reason I was late with that, because I had to find some more 1/32 by 3/32 sticks, because I ran out. I did not have enough. So luckily I went into my stash and I found some, and apparently they're a scale 2x8 or 2x10, somewhere around there. So I lucked out. So I got 2 extra sticks so I could finish off the rafters and do the 2 braces. And maybe I'll find something else to do with the rest of what I got. But it said before that to put the stuff, or put the deal up on top of the pump house. But I'm not doing that yet. I got to paint it, and I'll do everything on the ground before I attach it to the building on the bottom. So, hello, Rob, over there on Rumble Land. You're the only one over there in the chat over there. Everybody's over here on ScrewTube. So, all right. So, if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. There you go. Smash that like button. Let everybody know that you're here and you like what the hell's going on, or, you know, whatever. Whatever the reason you do that, and, you know, just for the hell of it. Okay. So, all right. So, what else we got going on here? Monday. Okay. I'm not going to do a marathon tonight. Past couple of ones I've been pretty long, so, but I got to get up early tomorrow. Both me and Debbie have doctor appointments early in the morning, so we got to get up early. So I'm not going to do this thing too late tonight. So not going to be a 3-hour long one tonight. So we'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. But here's my schedule here. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. on Rumble, and on Wednesday, Rumble and YouTube. So it says smash that like button. And follow me on Rumble. Click the bell notification. And see you there. Okay. All right. And then on Monday, I guess I got a... what is it? A gifted sub. Jim Tedesco was a gifted sub. I don't know who gifted it, but thank you, whoever gifted it to Jim Tedesco on Rumble. So there you go. All right. I didn't even know it happened until I looked at the stats later on. So there you go. So I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel. On Locals and on YouTube, and everybody that follows me and subscribes to me on both locations. I couldn't do this without you being here. I'd just be talking to the walls like I normally do all the other times, you know. But at least you get to see me talking to the walls right now. You can now support me on my Locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and you can support me for as little as $2 a month now. Just $2 a month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. And Jim Tedesco says it was Rob who gifted the sub. So thank you, Rob, for gifting the sub to Jim Tedesco. And there's Sparky over here. All right, how you doing, Sparky? You got a Rumble account. Why don't you go over there and say hello to Rob? He's over there by himself right now. Only one in the chat on Rumble. And there goes Model Railroading with Eli. He was in here real early, but not quite as early as, I don't know, at 3:13. I think I posted the deal at 3:08, and Tingy, let me see, what was the first person here? Here we go. This guy here. He was on at 3:13 this afternoon. Can you imagine that? All right. Okay. Okie dokie. There you go. Okay. So, we got some train shows coming up, and let me do the train show thingy here. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. I gifted sub. Other content creators say it's the best way to support the channel because it all goes to the creator 100% when you gift a sub. It's a random and you don't get to choose who receives it. Okay. So, yeah, Jim was the only one on there that was chatting, so I guess he got it. All right. So there you go. Jim made it over there. There you go. At least Rob's not by himself now. And there's Gerald Stewart made it over here. You go over there and say hello to Rob, because Rob and Jim is over there on Rumble by themselves. Okay, so let me see where we at. Let me knock this thing off here. I got to get back over here. Knock that off right there. Yeah, Rob says there's plenty of room over here. Come on. Come on it. There you go. All right, so there you go. So this weekend, July. Man, I'm a month behind. July 12th, 2025, Volusia County Fairgrounds, D-Land Train Show, brought to you by Golden Spike Enterprises, Inc. So they got a good train show that we will be going to. It's a 2.5-hour drive for us. And we got Buc-ee's 18 miles from there. So we'll get some good food afterwards. And also, right behind there is the Volusia County Model Railroaders Club Layout. And they have a good layout there. And I'll do a video on that and do a video on the train show. And probably come out of there with something, because I know the guy that I bought the coaling station from, he's going to be there at D-Land with the same kits that he had at Melbourne, but I only bought one kit from him at Melbourne, so I got to wait until he goes back to Melbourne in September before he has some more kits, because he's going back to the hobby shop where they have them. Okay, so Sparky says, "Hi, Gerald." And Jim Tedesco says, glad you're safe. You're down there near Kerrville, aren't you, Gerald? Let me see. Let me get this up here. Boom. There we go. Had to get that up there. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's it for this weekend. What else we got over here? And the next local one, Villages, September 20 and 21st. That's another 2.5 hour drive for us. And we'll be going to that one also. We like going to that one. And hopefully one of these days they'll build that Buc-ee's over close to there. It's supposed to be on I-75 between where the Florida Turnpike meets I-75 and Ocala. So not exactly sure where, maybe one or two exits up from there, but it's supposed to be another big one. So hopefully one of these days when we go to the Villages, we'll be able to go to Buc-ee's up there too. Okay, so that's a good one coming up. And then here's the trainshows.net. This got all the good stuff on here from all over the world, all the way back to 1968. What did they got in 1968? Okay, Annual Model Railroad Night, NMRA, University of Mass. So I had to put that in there because that was a long time ago. That was a year before I graduated from high school. My goodness. Holy moly. Did they miss any years? 72, 76, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. It looks like they didn't miss any years in there. Holy moly. They got one in every year. One of these days I'll go through it and see what they have. But not tonight. But trainshows.net. You could put United States. You could put Canada. There's Canada. Owen Sound Model Train Show and Sale. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And Sparky, how was your meet and greet? Did you have that yet? Or is it coming up pretty soon? I haven't been keeping up with stuff. I've been really busy on doing stuff here, walking and working in the yard still. But anyway, there's the stuff right there. Let's get back to Canada here. All right. Come on, Canada. There we go. Mega Train, Manitoba, Capital Region Model Railway Tour, Ottawa. Hey, that's up by you, ain't that? Hey, Russ's Rock and O and HO Trains and Stuff. There you go. We got 3 people over here on YouTube that also have Rumble accounts that are not over there talking to Rob and Jim on that side over there. You know who you are. Okay, so here's trainshows.com. So there you go. Greenberg, Great Train and Toy Show, Oaks, PA, July 26th and 27th. And another Greenberg in Monroeville. Midwest Train, August 3rd in Wheaton, Illinois. All that good stuff. So Wheaton, Oaks, Monroeville, Edison, New Jersey, and all the way down to March of 2026, Dallas, Texas. So a lot of good stuff on there. So if you're in looking on any of these, you could look in the description of my deal and on my stream, and it shows August 22nd and 24th. Okay, there you go. Let me get this up here. There you go. All righty. There you go. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Did you put it up on here, on this thing here? Did you advertise it up here? You didn't advertise it up here. You could contact them and have it listed up there on trainshows.net. Email fancons.com contact form. New shows, use our submission form. So there we go right there. Boom. You can fill it out right there on trainshows.net for train shows and other good happenings and stuff like that. There you go. Get it up there. Get it advertised on trainshows.net. All right. Here we go. So here we go. Train Collectors Association. They just had a big whoop-de-doo a couple of weeks ago in Jacksonville, and they got another one in Lake Nona, November 22nd, and also January 24th, Port St. Lucie. We was at the Port St. Lucie one a few months ago, and it was pretty good. I was surprised. They actually had some HO and N scale stuff there, and I ran into about 5 people that watch my videos there that do large scale. Come on, hit the meats. Okay. Oh, here we go. We're on the meats already. All right, so Florida Rail Fair, Volusia County. That's the one I just said. Regal Railway, August 16th, Lopez Hall, Pinellas Park, and then here's the September 6th. Melbourne, so we're going to that one too. So I got to get some more of those Campbell's kits, and they also got another Regal, and they got the villages on there. Another Volusia County one in October, and Convention Ocala. Which one's that one? All right. And okay, Jeff, next weekend. Oh yeah, Novi. Yeah, where did I have? Okay, I'm coming up with that. And there you go. Thanks for putting that up here. Mini Prince will be there. I will be seeing Mr. Mini that weekend. All right, good to hear. All right, we're coming. We're getting over there. Okay, do they have it listed over here? Corinth, Kingston. Here we go. Novi, Michigan, July 14th and the 19th. Okay, here's the train show. This is the NMRA deal, and Novi, held in conjunction with the 2025 NMRA National Convention. Enjoy our train shows featuring many vendors selling new and used model trains, hobby supplies, books and magazines, vintage photos and slides, railroad collectibles, and more. Many manufacturers in attendance displaying the latest new products. Open to the public. Early Saturday entry for NMRA convention attendees. See website for details. And Mini Prince and Jeff Syke will be there. So, all right. Woohoo. There you go. Okay. What else do we got? Whoop-de-doo. Love those. All right. Rob says, Campbell's Kiss. I also like their soup. They got good soup, too. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Streamline. There you go. Good to see you in there. Fine. They made it over there. All right. So here's the National Train Show, NMRA. Okay. We'll go to this one. Suncoast Model Railroad Club. They don't have one until December the 6th, and the last time I looked, they didn't have the flyer already. They still had the one from the last one. And up here at Bushnell Station, 7.5 scale train rides, looking good. Every Saturday they have an open house there. All right, Gerald, good to see you over there. He's over on the Rumble side. My younger son was supposed to go camping on the 4th next to Mystic Campgrounds, but saw the weather report and decided not to go. Thank God. He would be dead. Yeah, there you go. That's a shame. And Jeff's Train World, how you doing? Good to see you on there. Boom. on both. Yeah, 2 days in a row, I ran into the same guy over in Rumble, and he says, "You live over here?" I said, "Well, you're over here just as much as I am." And he's an N scaler. He says, "You should do that small stuff." And I said, "No, no, thanks." But here's go back. They got a gift shop there and a lot of model railroads from all over the country. And their snack bar, they got some good Nathan's hot dogs there. So if you're ever up that way, they're off of I-75 Bushnell Station in Bushnell, Florida. Not sure what exit it is, but they'll tell you here, right here. There's the map. 6470 County Road 476 West Bushnell, Florida 33513. Okay. N scale, in my opinion, sucks. Yeah, there you go. I agree. It's just too damn small. All right. Oh, boy. Okay, Sparky said he just submitted it to the train show. All right. There you go, Sparky. Next time we'll be able to see it up there then. Okay. There you go. We'll see if they post it. Well, hopefully they'll post it. I'll complain and you can complain to it. Have you seen? I haven't been watching anything. What I've done to my layout? Oh no, I haven't seen it. Oh, you know what I picked up? Where did I put it? Well, I'll show it to you when I get the big screen back up here. Okay, so here, where are we here? Okay, this is Regal Railway, and this is their shows, and we saw those shows earlier. And all these are listed on my in the description on my streams and videos. And you got me interested in this on the last stream right there, this sawdust burner. So I had to put that up there. So let me put this up in the chat. If anybody might be interested. We'll put this up on both chats, so I'll put it up on all and go boom. And there we go. Okay, it's up there. All right. So I have had nothing but problems with track switches, cars, engine, pretty much everything on the layout except landscaping. Well, whatever you're good at, keep up with it. There you go. Okay, so let me get back over to here. All right, Sparky, Gerald says he wants to see you over there on Rumble Land. I know you can make it over there. Okay, so, and here's what I picked up. We was at Hope Thrift in Lake Placid the other day, and I picked this up. This is an old-timey railroad spike, threaded spike. There you go, right there. Just a couple of bucks. Spike man, how about that, huh? All right. I was surprised to see that there. All right. I'm working on a windmill. All right. I got a couple of windmills on there. Well, which is better? Rumble is better. There you go. Rumble is much better. All right. They don't mess with you like when I did my 4th of July thing, I was able to put all the fireworks up there, because if I put it on YouTube, they would have a hissy fit, because they would complain about the music, and also complain about me putting on other organizations' content up there. Rumble, you could do that stuff because they encourage you to do that, because they don't they don't man, my train of thought has left the station. Whew. They don't get after you for the putting other people's content up there. Oh boy. All right, so let's get down to what's over on right here, and I'm going to show you how we got to that point. I'm going to put up what we did on Monday, and a little bit about it, and I sped it up a little bit. So here we go. On the Monday Night Live stream, we showed a recap of how we got to this point right here, and then came to the workbench and put these little tails on 3 of these verticals on both sides of them. All right, so we got 3 corners on there. I just got 1 corner left, and then we got 2 of them on there left to go. So I think that's all I'm going to do. Prime starts in 6 hours. So go onto my Amazon page and get anything that you want. I'm getting down here to where I got to use the tweezer to hold on to this. And get one more out of that. And get a short one out of it also. There's the short one. Okay. So that'll be enough, I guess, to do the last, both sides of that. So I'm not going to do that tonight because I had enough of that. All right, there you go. Okay, so that was what we did on Monday night. Let me come over here. Boom. Where are we at here? This one here. Right there. Tom's Trains, or boom, Tom Kovichak. There you go. All right. Did it go through? Yeah, there you go. All right. So, all right. Let's get up to date what we've been doing right now. So, here we go. That is the page that comes up on Rumble. Well, that's my page right there. So, you just go down a little bit, right to there, and there's the live stream. Boom, right there. And it is current. Okay. So there it is. Okay. There you go. See? It's not too far behind. Okay. So there you go. All right. But click on live, nothing there. Really? Must be a Canada thing then, or are you on Chrome? Because I had somebody else say Chrome is blocking shit. All right, details got sold off a couple of times, didn't? I'm not sure who owns the mold for their parsnel. Okay, so let's get over to this other video right now. Okay. Then I came over to the Workbench and installed these tails on 3 of the corners on each side. This side, this side, this side, this side, this side, and this side right here. So I got one more to do right now, and then after that we got to put verticals in on all 4 corners on both sides, like so. That'll be 8 pieces on there on the verticals to hold these tails in place, and that'll be with I think these right here. I'm not quite sure what they are. Let me see, 1/32 by 3/32. Well, I got to do some other things too. 1/32 by 3/32 on all 4 posts on those sides of the posts. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. And then after that, okay, so inner surface glue 2 inner seal extensions, 8 by 10 by 1 1/4 inch along the inner surface of the inner seals as in figure 3. So that's in figure 3 with the inner seals. Two inner seal extensions. There's the inner seals on figure 3. Figure 3 is the rear elevation. I'm just trying to see where it notates inner seal extensions. Inner seal extensions. Okay. So those are the ones. Okay, so they go right here. 1 1/4 long. So alongside the inner surface of the inner seals, doesn't it? And extending 5/8 beyond the ends of the inner seals. 5/8. They will help brace the bucket guide frame and must be on the correct side of the inner seals so as not to interfere with the buckets. Figure 2, 3, and 5. So we're going to see 2, 3, and 5. Okay. 2. Inner seal extension. So they go in here. At the very bottom. Okay, so right there at the very bottom, they stick out 5/8 inch. So there we go. And what are they? 8 by 10s. So those are the ones. Boy, not quite square. So I'm going to have to get out the digital calipers to see what the 8 by 10s are. I had to get the digital calipers out again to measure everything because I forgot what everything was, but I got a bunch of, okay, these over here that I have on a diagonal right here, most of them are off camera, but these are 6 by 10s. And this is 8 by 8. Wait a minute, these are 6 by 10, and this is 8 by 10. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, these 3 are 8 by 10s. Wait a minute. No, That's a 6 by 10 right there, and this is a 8. This is an 8 by 10. So these right here are 6 by 10s. Well, we got three at one length, and then we have another one that's a little bit longer, and then 4 of that length right there. Okay, and then what's this one right here? Thanks for stopping in, Sparky. See you later. Another eight by 10. These are 6 by 10s, 8 by 10s. I thought I had one 8 by 8. That's an 8 by 10. Recheck this one here. 114, 97. Oh. I thought I had an 8 by 8 in there somewhere, but I guess not. And these are all 10 by 10s of different lengths. I'm assuming because they're all basically the same, anywhere from 115 all the way up to 119, or 114 all the way up to 119. I had to cut all my pieces out for the next few steps. Okay, here's the tails I have to do. Here's the 8 by 10 that I have to come out for the center seal. And here are the joists that I have to put in right in here on both sides. And then what's remaining of these 1/32 by 3/32 right here is what I have to put on all 4 sides right there. So get ready to start gluing. Well, I got the last post with the tails put in there right there, and I got a few left over, so that'll go in a scrap pile. Now I can put these rafters in up on the top. We'll see. Just dab a little bit of glue on each end of it and slip it in. There we go. And I'm going from the wide end to the skinny end until it stops. Trying to make sure that they're vertical. And that one stood up on edge for me. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of thunder this afternoon. Lightning strikes pretty close tonight. This one doesn't want to go, huh? Keeps on dropping off. see if I can straighten these last two out a little bit. And so there you go. Now I got to do the other side. All right. Got the other side done now. So there we go. Both sides. Now we got to put these timbers in the back. Well, before we put the timbers in the back, we'll put these, got to cut these the length to fit up against these timbers here. All right, on the back end, I cut one piece and coming down the side, and the remainder fit on the back right there. So I'll be able to do one piece to fit two sides. And how I'm doing this, I put a dab of glue on each one of those little tails and just put it on right here like so. Flush with the back. Okay. And so this back one will fit perfectly in there, just like so. So I need a little bit more glue. All right, on these long ones, I just lay these on here flat and then tip them over on their edge up against the glued surface, like so, right there. Got one more to do. Ah! And I just, oh man, I gotta glue that back on. Gotta be careful with this stuff. Okay, one more to do. Well, after getting all the other stuff in place, I glued the two inner seal extensions to the two inner seals 5/8 inch out, and I reread it, and I had to shorten them up to 7/16 inch past this here. So 5/8 brings it out as far as these up here on the upper levels. And I have them clamped in place until the glue dries. Almost through with the seal post assembly. I put the horizontal on the back and two short ones on the front, and then I put the verticals in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 10x10s and 3 8x10s in the back, 4 10x10s in the front, and 2 8x10s in the center of those. And now I have to make some braces. Let me see how many braces I have to make out of the 10x10s. 6 diagonal braces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 along the front, 1 in the back on each of the 4 10x10 plus 1 in the back of each of the corner sill posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Okay. So I got to cut them now out of the 10x10s. Okay, I'm putting the braces in. The shorter angle goes at the top, like on the horizontal, and the long angle goes on the vertical. And this is the last one of the 4 in the front. So now all I got to do is put 2 in the back. I got to turn this around and put this over here. Now this one wasn't cut very well. I gotta re-look at that angle there. That thing looks like it's a little bit off. Yeah, let me recut that one. Okay, gonna need some more glue. Okay, this floor brace is done. Now I just have to glue it in place right down the center. Well, I just dry fitted the coal chute on top of the hoist house, and what I had to do was shave down the ridge cap, because you remember I put a 4x4 all the way across. I had to shave it down even with the roof in the center, so it wouldn't rock in there, because it was rocking on top of it. So now it fits snug right there. Alright, so that's how it's going to go right there. After I put these beams in here, I got about 3 beams to put in there and some braces before I could put that on top. Well, I think I got to put a roof on this thing too. All right, there you go. That's where we are right now. I'm going to go head on over there and just do a few things. I'm going to turn this microphone off over here so we don't get that echo in here. So we'll see you over there in a few seconds. Okay, and Rob was asking earlier, what am I going to do? Am I going to paint it, or am I going to stain this thing right here? Well, I'm going to paint it first, and then I'm going to stain it. But here's where we are. I put some joists up here, and this first one looks a little bit crooked, mainly because that support right there is on crooked. So we'll deal with that. And the last things we had to do on the bottom was put supports underneath there for those joists. All I have to do now is put 2 braces in there, and the rest of these joists I have them cut out on the bottom right here. But let me show you what I did on my last couple of kits. Okay, so here's the water tower. On this one, I did the same thing. I painted it, and then I went over it with stain. Let me get up on the other one here. Might be a little bit easier to see. I painted it khaki, which is the Rust-Oleum camouflage paint, the light colored one, and then I went over it with my India ink and alcohol solution right there. And I did the same thing with the oil derrick, so it came out pretty good. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one here and put this one right up next to that one, so it will look cute. And I painted this, the bottom house, gray, but I still have to do the shingles up on top to paint it before I attach everything. So hold on a second. Did the same thing with the oil derrick. I put the paint on there, primer, and then put the stain on it, and then I went over it with chalk, black chalk, to represent some oil stains everywhere. So I'll be able to go over this with a lot of black chalk to represent coal. So I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get back to the bottom here. Death, taxes, and unreliable internet. Yeah, there are 3 things you can count on. Thank you, Russ. Okay, what else we got? And Ken Amos over on the other one. Very nice, Tom. Okay, thank you so much for that. All right, so I'm just going to put a couple of these joists on to show you how I do it. And I'm going to go by this thing here because I'm not measuring them anything, but I'm just eyeballing them in. So it's like two in between each one of these braces here. So I got it pretty close on that one there, so I got put another one over here. So let's put some glue down, and I had to scrape all the glue off of here that I had on there before because it was getting out of hand. So I have yet to build my first box of sticks kit. Oh my goodness. So I put a little in here on that side. And let me go a little bit more right there. That might be a little bit too much. Well, I gave up my Doritos. Yes, you don't see them anywhere. I got 2 Doritos boxcars in the background. I got one from Heath and one from Steeler Fan. And I'll put a little bit on the edge right here. I gave them up because I was just putting on weight all the time. And so since the first of the year, I lost 30 pounds. Okay, so that looks parallel with the last one. So the next one, man, I'm going to have to, well, it's parallel with the last one, but I'm going by, I might have to rearrange those things because I'm going by, I was following this one here, but that one's crooked. So I'm gonna straighten this one out right here, move this one over just a little bit, because I'm eyeballing it front to back. For straightness. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So I'm going to have to move these two in the back. Release that from the glue off camera. And we'll come on just on the other side of this one here, maybe get a little bit more right here. And I use my little pinky as a leverage. And I'm eyeballing it, you know, from front to back, from this thing right here. And there's also a column right there to see if it's straight. Might have to move that just a little bit over. I have to move this one over just a little bit this way here. Yeah, I'm going to have to move these first two. Okay, that's a little bit better. Move this one back over this way a little bit. There we go. And do another one. I notice you look slimmer. Yeah. 30 pounds. I cut out a lot of, well, I eat about half as much as what I used to, and not only that, I quit eating junk food and other stuff that made me fat. So I lost 30 pounds, and Debbie also lost 30 pounds too. So we're doing pretty good. And also, since I got the procedure, I've been going to this new pain management doctor. I got 2 procedures done on my back, and it's helped out. I'm able to walk a lot longer. So right now I'm walking about 2 miles a day after I work about 2 hours in the garden every morning, 2.5 to 3 hours in the garden every morning. So that's taking the weight off also. So those two look really, really good. Okay. I'm just reading the chats. Okay, put this one right here. Now in the front there's an extra one, so I don't have anything to line it up with, but there's one right here, but there's one back here. So also there's one here, and then there's one there in the front. So if you're wondering, Oops. And I just moved that one. Move this up a little bit. Oop, not that way. Keep on hitting the one right next to it. Okay, that's better. All right. And I did have one on this side here, but I think I ended up knocking it off somehow. Okay. I'm gonna need some more glue here. That's kind of yucky. Oh, thanks, Rob. I'm only 5 pounds away from my high school weight. I was 105 when I was in high school. Right now I'm 190. So instead of Doritos, bananas, a lot of vegetables. I may, when I'm grilling out, I make a lot of sweet pepper and onions on the grill, which is really, really tasty on everything. Oh, I lost it. And my glue went over to the side on there too. Ain't gonna do no good on the side. Okay. So I got one more to put on here and then one to correct. And let's see, make sure this is the short one because this one goes against the timber. Yeah, that's the short one. Okay, so all right, Ken, see you on Friday. We'll be here. Thanks for stopping in. nowhere near that. Well, I went all the way up to 250 in my younger, when my kids were growing up, and when I had my own business, I was running on a service truck, and I'd go all day without eating, and then I'd stop at Arby's or stop at McDonald's, get something to eat before I went home to make dinner. Okay, there's all the rafters right there. I'm going to have to redo these two right here. But I think they look pretty straight right there. Just for eyeballing them in. $178, but I fluctuate from 174 to 178, and I need to get down to 170 and stay there. Yeah, I'd like to get back down to 185. That's where I was in high school. Give me a good chance to get back down there. I'm going to measure this with my tweezers here. This is how I measure things. Put it up against there. Well, let me see. I got to get it over here underneath that. Primitive way. Okay, put that on the line right there. And these are the braces for the joists underneath. Make sure this will fit. Yep, that looks about right, so I'll cut another one of them. I need two of them. And that'll be it. I think that's all the parts that I have to put on. The rest is painting, and then have to put shingles on the roof. I was 165 in high school. Yeah, I think I got down to 185 one time before, but that's when I was sick. I did not want to lose that weight, but I ended up losing it. That's when I was having the headaches, and the neurologist gave me prednisone. He overdosed me on prednisone for almost a month. And so I lost all that weight, and my sugar went up to over 400. I had no energy. I could not eat. He forgot all about me. Okay, there's that one. Just have to do one on the other side. I'm gonna need a little bit more glue. And I did not put any music on. Dang me. Dang me. You ought to take a rope and hang me high from the highest tree. Woman, would you weep for me? Boop, 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 boop. Man, would you look at that? I got it straight across without even trying. So there they go in there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're on the inside braces. That's everything. And I got to cut out one of these roofs here. Okay, it's got to be this one here, because this is the notches for that right there. So what I'll do is I'll cut this out and then call it a night, because I got to get up early. Let me get my coal pocket roof. I like how they tell you what it is, even though you could figure it out because that's the only one that's got the notches on it. Limited run kit is getting close to being done. He didn't set a date on it, but he did say it's looking like mid-August for Foss scale. All right. Yeah. My days of buying every kit that I see is long gone. I have to be cautious about what I buy, especially because I want to go up to Maryland in October. And when my daughter was down here, she was calculating how much it would cost me and how much I would have to save. And so, and Debbie says no more thrift stores, but although she went, had to take her to a thrift store today. Oh, and she said she heard, she heard that. Well, you said no more thrift stores. Yeah, tomorrow we'll probably hit one too because we're gonna, after we go to the doctor, we're gonna hit the nursery and pick up some more plants. But there's a thrift store in between the doctor and the nursery that she always likes to go to in Bartow. And we go to this Frank's Nursery. It's between Lake Wells and Bartow, and get the plants like 1/4 the cost of what you buy them from at Lowe's and then the local nursery. Because I just picked up 2 plants. They're some kind of long, funny name, Peter Pan. And they're like a grass here, and then they got a real long stem with a purple flower up on the top. And we paid $10 each for them. And I just saw the same thing at Lowe's in a bucket that was half the size, and they wanted $20 for them. And just like everything else that we get there, we get it for a lot cheaper. I mean, it's about 30 miles away, but you know, whenever we're over that way, we stop in and get something. And I finished up the front, so I got to do some stuff in the back now. And I bought 6 pavers the other day, and I put on the side of my patio. And I just dug out the grass and was leveling it off. And thought I was there, but I had to add about another ½ an inch of sand, so I dug up the sand in the back where I put it a few years ago when I was digging up the front. And I put it in a pile, and that's when I quit this morning because it was getting a little bit too hot. Okay, so let's see if we get these notches right here. There we go, that's one. Buenos notches. Duo notches. Oop, 2.5. Trace. There we go. Here's cuatro notches. There we go. And that fits in these things right there. Well, not quite. They're a little bit off from what figure 3 says. Well, that's figure 1. It says look at figure 3, not figure 1 for the spacing. Okay, that's what I did. So, close but no cigar. Well, that's skinnier. I had to move them out a little bit, so I'm going to have to play around with those notches in there. So we'll cover them up with shingles so you won't be able to see it anyway. So that's the magic of doing things to cover up your mistakes. Okay, or miscalculations. All right, so I'm going to go over to the other. I started peanuts this season for some seed my brother sent me. Been about 6 weeks, and they're already nearly a foot tall on the tops. All right, good to hear. Peanuts, oh my goodness. Yeah, do you get the discount at Lowe's? Yeah, I do. It's like 10%. But a lot of time, you know, if something's on sale, and there's a lot of like lumber. Last time I got lumber, they said you don't get the discount on it anymore. So I get a discount at both Lowe's and Home Depot. So I'm going to head on over to the other place, other computer. Here's where we're at right now. Boom. Okay, I'll stick that right there. There we go. All right. Well, when I tell Debbie things, she claims she doesn't hear it, but I mean, she's in the other room, and she heard me say that that she hit the thrift store today. She only hears what she wants to hear. Ain't that right, Debbie? Yeah, she says that's right. All right, so, okay, so we're going to call it a night. It's about 20 to 9. I'm going to put the long outro in there. Thank you all for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I'll be back on Friday. Don't know how much I'll have, because we'll be gone most of the day tomorrow. I won't be home until late, and so I won't have much time to work on it. So we'll see. So really appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. And let's put this outro in there.
We got some rail fans over there. Here we go.
Aboard the Fall Train. My name is Scott. I am your instructor today. For all for your comments today on the conversation on the train. Again, my name is Scott. You're to have sitting on the handrail inside the car. Also, please get off the dead. off the train for about 15 to 20 minutes, 1 minute probably.
I'll do the video of it.
Water tower.
All right, thank you all for stopping in again. We'll see you again on Friday. And you YouTube people, I guess you gotta wait until next month or next Wednesday. So, our Vita saying good night, farewell, hallelujah.